Hiya, hiya, hiya. It's me, Genia, author of Butterfly Unique. Hey, kiddos. Gosh, it's been so long, a whole week since I've seen you. I hope you've had a wonderful week since last Thursday. And if not, it's time to make it better. If you haven't been to the website, www.butterflyunique.com, you should go visit. There are games for you to play like puzzles and memory, simple games, but the old school games that we used to play. You can get a book if you don't have a book. There are coloring sheets for you to download. And there are also games you can play to go along with the book. Super, super fun. And parents, there's also a connection with other parents on there for you. So take a gander. Well, this week we are talking about story time. So it's super cool because my friends and we got together to create one story, but each of us are adding to the story. How cool is that? I'm pretty sure some of you have played that in school before, but if you haven't, now you can play it. And you'll see, I explain a little bit how to do it, but I'll tell you. So you just sit in a circle, and one person starts, and the person next to them adds on, and the person next to them adds on, and it keeps going into the very end. And it's really funny because sometimes a story will start one way, but it does not end nearly as close to how it began. So just have fun. And remember, there's no such thing as a wrong part to the story. There really isn't, because everyone has the opportunity to use their imagination. Okay? So if someone says something, you're like, I don't like that. Remember, it's their imagination. And you don't get to tell the whole story. You just get to tell a piece of the story. So have fun. Watch my friends and I tell our story together. And I hope you get some ideas for yours. Because remember, after the show, it's going to be your turn. So stay tuned for a fun story.
This story is called Imaginary Friend. Imaginary. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a little girl. There was a mommy and a daddy. And the mother said she was going to have a little girl. And she went to the hospital to have the baby. And she said, It's too hard. I don't like mommy and daddy spending time with the baby so much. It's a lot of responsibility being a big sister.
Ring, ring. He gets to add to the story. Okay, your turn. So it's a big responsibility being a big sister, but you can kind of change the story too a little bit.
The little girl's name was, what's her name?
Anything you want to.
Annie. Oh. Butterfly Unique.
Oh, like that.
Like that. What was the little baby sister's name? Annie. What about Annie?
That sounds good. Okay.
So the little girl tells her mom and dad to not spend a lot of time with the baby. And her mom and dad.
And you can add whatever you want.
Mom and dad like that idea. Can't think of anything else.
Okay. Ring, ring, ring. Who's next?
Me! No.
Here. Okay.
And then when they got home, the baby sister, it was the first time of the big sister to see the baby sister, and when she awoke with her eyes, she had to go to the bathroom. And she went in the bathroom, and she got on the toilet.
Okay, bring.
My turn.
Okay, now you have to answer that.
I didn't finish my word.
Oh, what was your word? Sorry.
With the baby seat.
Okay, she sat on the toilet with the baby seat. Now, sitting on the toilet, and it's the baby seat, but she realizes it's not really a baby seat. It's a turtle.
She's
sitting on a turtle. And the turtle starts to walk away, but she's still sitting on the turtle. And then the baby started to cry. So she tried to get off of the turtle, but the turtle turned into a fairy. And then what, Paul?
Ring, ring.
Ring, ring, ring.
My turn.
They got on a motorcycle, went right down the hills, went straight up, and they all died. Heaven. They asked God, what happened to me? And God said, oh, you went up a motorcycle. And then the turtle popped. And then you couldn't drive. So then you start doing flips everywhere. Then the snake came after and bited your head off. Then you made a new head, but there was a consequence. You had to die.
The snake bite the head off.
The end. So as you can see, my friends and I have a huge imagination. I want you to gather your mom, your dad, sister, brother, cousins, friends, teacher, whoever, and create a fun story together. And remember, there's no such thing as a wrong part to the story because everyone gets to add based on their imagination. So just have fun. So remember, one person starts it and you go in a circle and the person next to them adds to the story until you get to the very end and then you have a fun story. So have a lot of fun using your imagination. And always remember, life should have lots of peace, love, and imagination. See you next week.